In the early 90s, a man went down alone to explore one of the darkest places that exist beneath a city. He never came back up. The only thing that was found was his camera, and inside it, a cassette with nearly an hour of footage. And to be honest, of all the cases I've investigated for this channel, this is the one I found hardest to watch twice in a row. Now you'll understand why. Welcome to the case of the man lost in the catacombs of Paris. Before we get to the video, we need to talk about the place, because this isn't just any cave. Beneath the most romantic city in the world lie more than 300 kilometers of tunnels, and in those tunnels rest the remains of more than 6 million people. Listen to that again, 6 million. Almost 3 times the population currently living above ground in Paris. In other words, every time someone walks through the streets of Paris, they're literally walking over a cemetery 3 times as populous as the city itself. That blows my mind. It all began in the 18th century, when the city's largest cemetery collapsed and became a real public health problem. Diseases, foul odors, bones protruding right up to the surface. The solution they came up with was as simple as it was unsettling. Empty the cemeteries and move everything to some abandoned quarries beneath the city. That's how the catacombs of Paris were literally born. Today, you can visit part of the catacombs completely legally. As a tourist, you pay your admission fee, descend 243 steps, and are greeted by a sign that reads, verbatim, "Stop. This is the realm of death." That sign alone should be enough to prepare you for what's to come, right? But here's the fact that most people don't know. Of those 300 kilometers of tunnels, tourists can only explore 1.5 kilometers, less than 1%. The rest, hundreds of kilometers, is closed off, unmarked, and in many cases not fully mapped. And that's where the other part of this story comes in, which to me is just as interesting as the video itself. There's an entire subculture of people who illegally enter these off-limits areas. They're called cataphiles. They throw parties down there. They create art. Some even keep a historical record of everything they find. And this is no joke. In 2004, an electric utility company went down to investigate unusual electricity usage and stumbled upon a fully equipped movie theater, complete with a giant screen, furniture, and even a bar, all hidden 50 meters underground. When I first read this, I thought it was a lie, but no, it's documented. Someone set up a clandestine movie theater beneath Paris and no one found out for years. When they went back to investigate, they found a note that read, "Don't try to find us." They never tracked down those responsible. Now, let's get back to the video. In 2000, a show called Scary Places on Earth, hosted, yes, by Linda Blair, the actress from The Exorcist, featured this footage as part of an episode on haunted sites. The fact that the girl from The Exorcist ended up hosting a show about cursed places is just too perfect, honestly. The official story goes that an explorer found an abandoned camera in the catacombs. He handed it over to a documentary filmmaker, Francis Friedland, so he could try to recover the footage, and he succeeded. What he found was more than 40 minutes of a man wandering disoriented through the tunnels. But the part that became famous, the only part that was actually shared publicly, is the last minute. In that last minute, the man stops walking calmly. He starts breathing faster. The camera's image shakes, his pace quickens. And here's what really sent a chill down my spine when I saw it. At one point, the camera passes by a human figure painted on the wall. Given the poor video quality, that drawing that appears out of nowhere feels threatening. The quick pace turns into a run, and at some point the camera falls. The owner doesn't pick it up. It lies there on the ground, filming a puddle of dirty water, while footsteps and a sort of echo can be heard, until the battery dies. And that's the question that haunted me as I put this script together. Why was he running? Was it just panic at being lost? Or was someone or something following him? Friedland wasn't satisfied with just showing the video. He became obsessed with finding answers. He checked hospitals, police stations, and news reports from that time. No one had reported a disappearance during those dates, so he did the only thing left to do. He went down into the catacombs himself, accompanied by an expert catacomb guide. searching for clues to the exact location where the video had been recorded. 12 hours later, he emerged empty-handed. Can you imagine spending 12 hours down in that labyrinth looking for traces of someone who might have been dead down there for years? I don't know if I'd have the stomach for it. Over time, all sorts of theories emerged. One theory is that the whole thing was a hoax designed to scare the cataphiles and keep them away from certain areas. Another points to a collective of underground artists called Les UX, who secretly restore abandoned historic sites in Paris. And coincidentally, the cataphile who helped Friedland is said to have ties to them. And then there's the oldest legend of all, that of the ghost of Philibert Aspert. I think this detail is one of the most compelling aspects of the case, so pay close attention here. Aspert was a hospital porter, and in 1793 he went down to explore the catacombs. He disappeared. His remains were found 11 years later, just a few meters from an exit. Since then, many cataphiles say they feel his presence in the tunnels. Some believe he protects those who get lost. Others believe he isn't quite so noble. To this day, no one has identified the man in the video. In 2014, in one of the few interviews he gave, Friedland was asked if he could take someone back to the exact spot where the video was filmed. His answer was brief: "Never. I refuse to go back down there." And honestly, after researching all of this to make this video, I understand a little bit why. Thousands of people illegally descend into the catacombs every year. Most come out without any problems. But the question always remains, what happened to the one who didn't make it out? What do you think? Was it real? Was it staged? Or did someone simply get lost in panic? Let me know in the comments. I want to read every single one. Like, subscribe, and see you in the next case. And remember, we only saw the beginning.